Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I will crochet it forward in this video by showing you how to make these super easy and super adorable teddy bear pacifier clips. As you can see, let me pull this up a little bit. There are pacifiers attached to the bottom, and I'll show you how to do that, and as well as a clip on the back. I ordered these from Amazon, where it just clips on the clothing of the baby. I think I got like 35 of them or something for like $6. Very, very inexpensive. The materials you're going to need is some yarn. I just have some worsted weight here, a light yarn. I think it's number 3. The corresponding, well, I'm using a 4.0, let's see, G hook. You're going to need a sewing needle and some scissors. Whoops, I forgot. You're also going to need some crochet thread, which, as you can see, I'm nearing my end of mine. The first thing you want to do is grab your yarn and make a magic circle, and then once you get that done, we are going to single crochet one time in this magic circle, and this is going to be the alternative chain 3 or chain 2, and what we're going to do is just take our hook and insert it into the left side of the front loop and make another single crochet, and then we're going to repeat that, so we have an alternative chain 3. Okay, and then we're going to make 11 extended double crochets, and that is just yarning over, insert your hook into the magic circle, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through 1 only, and then yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. We'll do that again. Yarn over, insert your hook inside the magic circle, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, so it's yarn over 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 2. So the first one, our alternate chain 3 does count as a stitch, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and do 8 more, and I will meet you back at the end of this round. Alright, once you've finished your 12th extended double crochet, we are just going to slip stitch to the top of that alternate chain 3, which is a single crochet. And I just want to mention, if you want your nose area to be a different color, you want to do this round in a white, that's up to you. I'm just going to use one color for this whole tutorial. So the next thing we're going to do is an increase in each stitch for round 2. So we're going to go in that same stitch and make a single crochet, and then make a single crochet in that front left loop, and then repeat it. So that's our first extended double crochet, and then we're going to make another extended double crochet. Let me say that again. This alternate chain 3 is what we're using for our first extended double crochet. So that's 2, and we're going to make 2 alternative double crochets in each stitch for a total of 24. So go all the way around here, and I will meet you back here. So I just finished my 24th extended double crochet, and I am going to slip stitch to the top of that single crochet, and be sure that you're counting up to the 3rd. I probably should have did that in the previous rows. My apologies. So we have 1, 2, right here is where you want to go, because it's easy to go into those other ones. But then if you do that, your stitch count will be off. So we slip stitch to that. Okay, I've already closed my circle pretty tight. Now we're going to go right into the ears. So we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and into the 3rd we're going to yarn over, and we're going to make 7 extended double crochets. We're going to make a shell for the first ear. So that's 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, same stitch, all in the same stitch, 7. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches and then slip stitch into the next stitch. We're going to skip 2 stitches and into the next stitch we're going to repeat that. Make 7 extended double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our last one, number 7. Okay, skip 2 stitches and now we're just going to slip stitch into that next stitch. Chain 1 and fasten off. Okay, and then what I like to do is take a smaller hook or your hook that you're working with, and then just work this in the back just to get it out the way. I will sew it in later. I'm just going to get it out of the way. Okay, so it's going to curl a little bit, but just form it and it will be just fine. So from here we turn it upside down and we should have 12 stitches from one side of the ear to the other. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, grab our blue, continuing to go, make a slip knot any way you want, and in the 5th stitch, so we have our bear upside down, and then from the right ear we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to slip to join, or not slip to join, make a single crochet and then make a single crochet in the next 5 for a total of 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that's not right. Let's do this again. Maybe I counted off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can tell if it's off center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Much better. So what I do to keep my my edges smooth and crisp is I never do a chain 1. Well, I try not to. Some patterns I might. Let me rephrase that. So I just pull up my loop and then go in from the side. Leave that loose because that's where we need that stitch to be loose, because we're going to come back in the next row. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our beginning single crochet right here, 6. Again, pull up your loop, go in the side, turn your work, and then make 6 across, 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 2 rows. I'm going to make 28 more. Go ahead and make 28 more rows. Once you have finished your 30 rows, we're going to go ahead and make a chain of 20. Go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and make 15 more chains. After your 20 chains, we're just going to go ahead and slip to join on the other side of that last row. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sew in my ends, but this is where your pacifier is going to go through, right here, and I'll show you how to do that after we're done making the pattern. So sew in your ends. After you've sewn in your ends, go ahead and thread your needle with the crochet thread and I've also made a knot. So where we're going to eyeball our eyeballs, our eyes, is if you see right here where the center of your shell stitch is, we're going to go right there. There's 2 stitches in between there, so we're going to go right there on both sides, and then that's where we're going to put our stitches. And what we're going to do is a French knot, and if you don't know how to do that, I will show you. We're just going to take our hook from the back, go in the middle of those 2 stitches right here down from this is your shell stitch right here. You want to go in between. Okay, I like to hold the knot with my fingers in the back, and then from here we're just going to take a little bit of yarn, just go under where you're, just in the same area as where your yarn is already. Do not go all the way through. Okay, we're going to take the working yarn and wrap it around the tip of our sewing needle 4 times loosely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to pinch it right here at the base and hold it tight and just pull our hook out. Okay, and then we're going to go right back into that same spot, and then there we have. And what it does is it gives you like a little lifted eye effect. So that's 1, and now we're just going to come back here to the other side again, right here. See that shell right there? Sorry, the shell stitch right here. We're just going to go right here in between, and that's where we're going to pull out our yarn. Okay, and then just like we did with before, we're just going to grab a little bit of yarn fibers in the same area as our yarn is, not like a whole stitch. I'm going to pull that out a little bit, pinch it at the bottom, and then just take our working yarn and make sure it's not the tail. I have a long tail here, so it's getting confusing. Alright, so we're going to loosely wrap it around our needle once, twice, 3, 4 times. Pinch it again, and then pull out our needle. Okay, and you'll feel a little dot, and then go right back into that same area to secure it. And then we have 2 really nice, and you can mess with it, forming it later. Like if one is bigger than the other, you can definitely form it later. So now what we're going to do is just take our yarn hook and go at the center. Okay, we're going to make an upside down triangle for the nose. So we're just going to go up here, and then I go, and this is just a general idea. If you guys have a better way of doing this, and go for it. And then I come back around to that corner stitch again, and then go across. Now you can see on some of these I filled in the nose, and some of them I didn't. That's up to you. That's crocheter's choice. And then from here I'll go directly under here from the back, and then go back into that middle stitch. Oops, sorry. Okay, and then I'll come over here like 1, 2 to the right, 1, 2 to the left, and then do like a little smile, going back out in the center of that center line right there, and then just go there, and then you have the face. I think I'm going to go ahead, I just want to show you how you would fill that in. You just keep making stitches inside the triangle. So I just want to show you, I just tied it in the back. Now the clip cover is going to cover that, so I'm not worried about that. So whatever color you want to make the tie, this is the same pattern for if it's a boy, the tie here, or if it's a girl, if you want to put the bow here. It's actually a bow, not a tie. So either you can put the bow in the middle of the ears or just off to the side. That's totally up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and use this brown. And then what we want to do is just get a magic circle however you do. Okay, I'm going to slip to join, and then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll make 3 extended double crochets, just like we've been doing with the pattern. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Go into our magic circle, single crochet, 1, chain 3, 2, 3, make 3 extended double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're just going to slip stitch, chain 1 in our magic circle. Now we're going to take the other end and just squeeze it, or pull it, I mean, and that's going to pull our circle. So what we do now is we take the tail, no, I don't even know which one is the tail, I think it's this one, and just wrap it around the 2 bows, and I don't know, maybe 3 times, making sure that it's in the center. You don't want like one side of your bow bigger than the other. And then face down, face up, I'm sorry, the front face down. I'm just going to tie a knot to keep that secure. Okay. Alright, so once you've threaded your needle, and I left my tail too short, so please be sure not to do that. I'm going to start with the new thread. And all we're going to do is just sew this on, a couple stitches in and out. We're going to show you how to sew this because I'm sure everybody knows how to sew, but I just wanted to give you the general idea. You can sew that one time around here, one time around there, go in the center, and then in the back, tie it off. Real quick, I want to show you how to make this little like star in the ears. Now this is optional. You don't have to if you don't want to. But what I do is I take like a contrast color, and I've made a knot at the end. And I'm just going to go right in that center of my shell stitch, and then I'm going to make a stitch over here to the right, come up and make a stitch in the middle, go back into the shell stitch, and come back over here, and like that. So then I'm going to do one in between those. It gives like a little star effect. Like that. Like that. And then I'm just going to do it on the other side. Alright, so whatever color you chose for your face, that's the color you're going to need. This is probably too long. I'm going to cut this. To sew on your clip in the back. And again, I'm just making 2 knots at the end. I've threaded my needle. Now your clip is going to go like this. So you see where the head is? We're going to turn it around and we're going to go like that, because this clip goes up, and you see on the side there, that's what's going to hook on to the baby's clothing. So from here we just want to like center it like so, and then we're only going to sew like this part, the top metal part. We're just going to do a standard sew. You want to grab your yarn, grab your project and go in the middle of that clip, okay? Grab some other strands and then just sew all the way around. Oops, sorry. So all the way around without getting the whole thing, and try to make it as straight as possible. You know, using your hands to maneuver, your fingers I mean. And then we're just going to just sew like that all the way around. Be careful that you're not making stitches that are going over the eyes. Alright, so I have that tied and I have the ends cut off. I'm just going to turn it around and I'm going to show you how to put the pacifier. So you have the pacifier like this. So we're going to turn the bear upside down. Okay, pull up the bottom part of the pacifier. Pull up our loop, right? And then put your fingers through like you would a fringe. And then just grab the back of this, the top part, and just pull it through. And tighten it up. So that when it's the other way around, it looks like that. So it would be like in the baby's mouth right here, and then you'd have the clip on its shirt or whatever, wherever you're going to clip it. And there you have it. Your really cute, really simple, beginner friendly pacifier holder with clip. So there you have it, guys. There's my teddy bear pacifier pattern. So again, I just want to show you, you can make these in any color combination you want. It's totally crocheter's choice, but I'm sure you're going to love these. This is going to be added to my baby shower series. I know I might have mentioned before that we have some pregnancies in our family, so, and I have a couple orders for twins, a boy and a girl. So that's why I'm doing a lot in pink and blue, those pastel colors. So check me out. I'm almost done with my 12-point star pattern, so I'm hoping and aiming to get that uploaded by the end of the week. Don't forget to subscribe, tag somebody, share the video on any of your favorite social media sites. And I appreciate everybody's patience. You guys rock. I really, really, really just adore you guys. And together, let's continue to crochet it forward. Bye now.